The Pelicans are a team with a lot to prove this season. Here is the truth about the New Orleans Pelicans and where their team stands now in this rugged Western Conference. This team has a lot of good, bad, and a bit of everything. Why should we really care about them? They had size, three-point shooting, athleticism, and a roster that could have made noise in the Western Conference come playoff time. But this motherfucking badass Zion Williamson had to get injured and fuck around with Moriah, who is an adult actress in the film industry. Then injuries added on with Brandon Ingram and him missing almost a good percentage of their games, with some almost missing about 90 games this season alone. This team on the Pelicans, they've seen a good side in players like C.J. McCollum, Herb Jones, Jonas V, and on offense, they struggled, but on defense, they held it down due to them missing key players on the rotation, with Zion and Ingram being a key scoring threat and a calling card. Despite their scoring being so weak, let's look at a graph that shows the Pelicans how much they miss Zion and both Ingram on the court. If you look at the graph here, if you're taking away Brandon Ingram and Zion, that's basically almost 50 to 60 points are being lost, or the Pelicans are getting almost 110 points per game. This makes sense as if we're looking at the graph, you split it in half, the scoring just looks ugly without multiple 20 points per game scores in there, and this is why C.J. McCollum had to do all the work, and he could have been an all-star if he kept this up before the all-star break. But the Pelicans, they have a lot of room to work with, and their calling card is just defense, but on offense, without Zion Williamson and Ingram, and you miss some guys in anybody else were to get injured, you're basically losing almost a good chunk of your scoring. But for the Pelicans last year, for most of their team stats, they're a top 15 scoring team in the NBA. They were a top 10 team in getting to the line as they had good size down low in the paint. And they're a top team in holding their opponents to a respectable three-point percentage. I don't know what more to say about the Pelicans team. They pretty much have the size advantage on themselves. They pretty much had a defense there. All they're really missing was just Zion and, to be honest, Brandon Ingram. But I wouldn't be mad because this team, honestly, in my opinion, they get to rim a lot. They shoot a fair amount of threes. They steal the ball a lot, almost 10 steals a game. And they often get to a free throw line. So what more can I not say? But for the Pelicans on the defensive side of the ball, the Pelicans will hold their opponents to under 50 rebounds total, and they'll hold them under 30 assists, which is excellent. But that's what I gotta say in the Pelicans today. And for team stats, they're 10th in net rating, they're 6th in defensive rating, they're 21st in offensive rating, and they're top 14 in pacing. And for the Pelicans, they hold their opponents to under 115 points a game, and that's the 9th best in the NBA. Due to their scoring being a bit weak, they scored about 114 points a game. So, but that's what I gotta say in the Pelicans. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and comment for more. And I'm out, brothers. Peace out.